What's up everyone? So today's video is going to be 5 things I think you should keep in your stick bag. Number 1, this may seem quite obvious, but extra sticks. I work with a lot of beginner drummers and they all seem to just have one pair of sticks and they'll use them until they break and then buy a new pair. Now it really is important, I think, to have at least 2 sets of duplicate spare sticks ready to go in your stick bag. And the reason why is because if you're anything like me, when you're at gigs you tend to drop your sticks a lot and you want to just be able to reach down and find another one that matches so you can carry on straight away. And when you drop them as much as me, you get quite good at seamlessly doing that before people notice. So make sure you do have at least 2 spare pairs of sticks on you. I understand as well, as I say all the time, most of my sort of viewers are beginner drummers, so you're not really probably going to know exactly what sticks you want. Yeah, I know it took me ages to settle on what sticks I like to use, but as soon as you do, maybe just buy a brick of them and then you're good to go probably for a few months, or if you're gigging quite often, buy a couple bricks. Number 2 is drum keys. It's super important to keep one of these on you because obviously you're going to need to tune your drums whenever you use them. A lot of stands have little memory locks on them and times when you need to use this. Have more than one as well. I mean, I've got a whole bunch here that I take to gigs, and the reason why is because you might lose them, and basically it's just because I lose them a lot, so I always make sure I've got quite a few of them. This is probably my favourite one actually. Often you'll have one which is just super tight and one like this just won't undo it. I bought this one just because it's got a little bit more leverage there, or leverage, I don't know how you say that word, so that's really handy. So maybe try and invest in one like this. I'll try and find one on Amazon and put a link in the description. But drum keys are great, so you're going to turn up to gigs, need to tune drums, etc, etc. Make sure to have these. Tuning the drums actually leads me on really nicely to the 3rd thing, which is moon gel. You want to always make sure to have some of this on you, because you may have seen in the last video I shared that moon gel really helps to dampen drums or get rid of some of those horrible overtones and rings and things that you never want to have on your drums, especially in a gig sort of situation. So having some of this on you is a really good idea, because the amount of gigs I've turned up to where there's been a kit share, which basically means I need to use someone else's drum kit. Often other drummers won't be happy with you tuning their drums or changing the tuning. And not everyone's that good at tuning drums, so you may turn up and the drum is tuned really badly. So having these on you might just try and muffle some of the bad tuning. But I mean, between you and I always just retune them anyway. They never notice, and then they'll get on and think, wow, this sounds quite good. So just take these and learn to tune. Number 4 is something I also think is really important to take to gigs: duct tape. The reason why you need to keep this on you is really because, well, I can't tell you how many times I've turned up to a gig or an impromptu show or a last minute thing, and there's numerous things that either need taping down, or you've got really dodgy stands that you're borrowing and they just don't stay in place, or you want to tape your set list to the floor. That's a big thing. That's mainly what I use this for. If your band has a backdrop and a banner, you can use this to tape the banner up. There's numerous things really. You just always need duct tape on you. In fact, no, I'm going to save this for another video. There's something I do use duct tape for, which I think is quite fun, but I was going to do a whole video around that. So stay tuned. There'll be more videos in the future where I use duct tape. That sounds a bit boring, but trust me on that one. Number 5. This one may seem a little bit odd to some people, but I honestly don't know what I would do if I turned up for a gig without these, or if I needed them and didn't have them on me. Now, I'm someone who plays quite hard, and the band I'm in, the music's quite fast, so you know, your hands get quite beat up, and when you sweat they start to blister, and sometimes the blisters sort of pop. You can probably see that in one of the previous videos I posted. There'll be a link up there for you just to check that out. So I always carry with me loads of plasters now, or band-aids depending where you're viewing this video. But this is a simple one really, but you know, there's nothing worse than trying to play through a set when you've got a big blister on your finger, or you know, sometimes you might even bleed. But you just want to keep your hands taped up if they do blister mid-show, because then it stops them getting irritated and hurting, and you can carry on smashing the set. So yeah, plasters is a great thing to have. So I know a lot of that was quite obvious stuff, but I hope the beginner drummers out there watching this found that useful. Those are the 5 things I always take to a gig and wouldn't dream of turning up to a gig without. One last thing actually, maybe just a 6th one as a bonus. I always make sure I've got a good pen on me, because you know, you might turn up and a set list hasn't been written out for you, or there's amendments that need to be made to the set list you already have. You can always just take a pen along and write your own or amend it or whatever, so keep a good Sharpie on you as well. I hope you enjoyed the video. I do put these out every single Friday, so make sure to hit the subscribe button if you want to see more, and hit the little bell as well so you get notified. That way you won't miss any of the videos. I will be doing more like this in the future as well, so more like drum tips and beginner tips and things like that. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, maybe leave a comment if there's anything I've missed out that you keep in your stick bag, and it would be good to hear what you guys take to gigs as well. So stay tuned for more videos. I'm going to be recording more drum covers soon, hopefully, but whatever you're doing today, make sure you go out and smash it.